Hi, guys. We were two very busy girls this week, so we didn't get a chance to put a recording together, but we didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So here is a re-release of one of our favorite episodes and a lot of your favorite episodes. We'll call you later.
Can you chat?
Always. Hey, hey, are you ready to record?
Oh.
Aloha.
Mahalo.
Is that what you're supposed to say?
Not a clue.
Okay.
Is mahalo
It's Hawaiian.
No, I realize that. I was going to say, is it like one of those things where it's like the same letters as aloha?
I don't know. What's the thing in Lilo and Stitch, like Ohana? Or no?
Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind.
Except in our family, in which you would be like, we're leaving.
Except when you are married to someone who's extremely slow moving, and then ohana means get the fuck in the car.
No, literally. Anywho's, how the hell are you?
It's been a weekend.
Oh, has it been a weekend for you as we sit in my 74-degree guest room?
Yeah, wow.
Our AC's struggling.
It's thick in here.
But the
air is
guy is
thick.
coming tomorrow.
What were you just going to tell me before we started recording? You said, I had something to tell you about.
Oh, okay. So thank you for reminding me. Our friend is pregnant, very pregnant, and she went to get her nails done today, thank God, because she's been walking around with some not good nails, and we were like, oh
Beyond
my
not good.
fucking God, if you go into labor and you have to take pictures of your cute little baby with your hands like that,
You're gonna have to like hide your nail beds like you have just like little mitts
nubs.
on. Yeah.
So anyways, she took our advice, good move, and she went to get her nails done today, and she was talking to a woman for a long time, found out that she was pregnant with twins, and she was like, that's amazing, whatever. They have this whole conversation at the nail salon, something that would never happen to either one of us because we do not want to talk to strangers at the nail salon.
We don't talk to other people at the nail salon. We talk to our nail
we love our nail ladies.
our nail techs.
But anyways, so the woman, before she left, paid for her manicure and pedicure and tip. So like covered the whole thing. And our friend texted me and was like, how nice is this? I was like, oh my God, that's great. So I'm telling you this story. I'm like, isn't that so sweet? And you said...
I said, oh, that's so nice. Then did she pay for the person after her? Like a pay it forward train?
Which, like, one, that was not the point. It was not like
I think that is the point. Like,
no, she was saying, I'm paying for you because you're going to be having babies.
I don't know. I don't see how those two things equate.
She wasn't like, I hope for the rest of the day this nail salon has a pay it forward train. But it made me think about how much I fucking hate those things.
If that happened to you,
I wouldn't pay it forward.
that is not nice.
It's not nice. Don't backdoor me into doing something nice. Like when
I know you and I said that she had her manicure and pedicure paid for, and it was supposed to be like a really nice pay it forward train throughout the day, and she just stopped that train in its tracks. And you're the same thing.
Yes.
At Starbucks or anywhere
I'm
you're in
not
line
paying
for
it
coffee,
forward.
someone's like, the person in front of you paid for your drink today, and you're like, that's so sweet. Speeds away.
No, here's what I'll say. I'm a very nice person, like arguably nicer than you.
I don't think that's true.
You don't think I'm nicer than you?
No.
You think you're nicer than me?
Definitely.
That is...
You do things that you don't want to do out of guilt and complain relentlessly about them.
Okay.
That doesn't make you nicer.
One that's like a very specific example. I do nice things for people all the time. Like
I don't think you don't do nice things. I think I'm nicer.
You are not nicer.
Anywho's.
Anyways, that you doing something because someone, actually, I would argue it's less sincere. You are not paying for someone else's drink because you had the thought like, oh, I want to make that person's day better. I want to help them, whatever. You feel obligated because someone has paid for your thing, number one. So it's insincere.
But it's just like nice when you get up there and it's like, oh, the person paid for yours. And you're like, ah. But then, of course, you're that person in line where it's like the person behind you paid for your drink, and you're like, okay, good, I got like a nice cappuccino,
right?
And then the person behind me got 4 drinks for their car full of friends, and you're like, fuck.
1,000%. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's one, it's contrived, and two, I don't know what the fuck the person behind me got.
I know, but I still feel like I guess I just have to pay for theirs to keep the train going.
So you are doing things out of guilt and obligation, my friend.
I don't want to end a streak of kindness.
but it's not coming from your soul. Like, I think it's so nice.
Or like maybe I would have been like, next time that woman comes in, can I leave a gift card for her to use?
1,000%. Like, you can do nice things for people in response to having something done nice for you, but to just start a train is like, what are we? And I've heard that employees hate it because it makes it fucked up in their system.
I would never start a pay it forward train unless, like, in some alternative universe, I'm at a nail salon, not with you, because I can't remember the last time I got my nails done, not with you.
Right.
And I'm by myself. I'm sitting in the pedicure chair trying to enjoy a nice chair massage. And the person next to me starts up a conversation, and they turn out to be like the sweetest, most genuine angel in the world who's fallen on hard times, and they're so-and-so just died, and it's their first time out of the house.
And they've recently been robbed. You need
I'm just saying,
Annie to be getting her nails. Like, if you were getting your nails done next to Annie the orphan,
yes,
then you might be persuaded.
I'm just saying I wouldn't think to pay for someone's thing unless, like, I randomly was talking to them and they were like really, like, I was like feeling horrible for them. Then I would be like, can you put their service on my card also?
Sure.
But just generally, like, someone turns to me and is like, yeah, I'm having a baby, I'm getting like a pedicure before my baby's born, I'd be like, mazel.
No, like, I have felt inclined to pay for things for people before, but
random
people, but I've never, ever, like, a perfect example. This was like months ago. I was at Walgreens in the city, and this kid was in there, and he was like asking them to ring up certain things to like see how much they were. Although I went on a whole spiral after this, like maybe I made the problem worse and embarrassed him, but whatever. He clearly had like a very fixed amount of money, and he had like snacks and like an energy drink and some stuff, and he was like, how much is this? How much is this? Like, taking it away. And I was like, you know what? Just put it on mine. And he like looked excited, but then also I think might have been embarrassed. So then I was like, did I make a huge mistake? But I wasn't doing it like, and I hope that kid then says, you know what, now that I have $5, apply it to the lady behind me.
That's not how that would work. You're just there in one situation.
Right. But I'm saying I wouldn't have been like, that should be a train. Like, I was like, I want him to have what he wants. And it was like $7.
And then was he like, I can afford my own chips, bitch?
No, but then I was like, did I overstep? Like, I did a whole thought spiral when I laughed. Like, I was trying to do,
but he seemed grateful.
He was happy. He was like, no ma'am, it's okay. And I was like, no, like, please, like, I'm not kidding. It was like $7.
You never give money to the people who ask for money at the highway exits in the city.
Unlikely. I don't give money a ton, like, admittedly, but I do a lot of times. It's more like when I'm in the city having meetings, and I'll walk past like a homeless person, and I'll be like, okay, if they're still here when I come out of my meeting, I'll give them, like, if I get food in there, or like a couple dollars. But like, because, and again,
I wish we knew a homeless person, because I wonder if they like getting your leftover food.
Well, no, it's packaged. I don't give them like nibbles of my food.
No, but like, you know, when people will take leftovers home from a restaurant, and then like, instead of cash, they'll be like, here's the rest of my 12-ounce filet. It's like, fuck, I don't want that. You already ate half of this.
No, I mean, I'll do like,
you have COVID or something?
I'll do like Starbucks, like, packaged sandwiches. I did have a guy like yell at me once for giving him food.
That would happen to you. You're like, here, sweet homeless person.
He was pissed. Like, he wanted money. I was like, okay.
He's like, I don't want food. I'm trying to buy drugs.
No, his sign literally said hungry. I wanted to be like, bitch, your sign says hungry. But okay, I digress. No, here's my thing about people on the side.
You should change your sign to sober.
No, yeah, I was like, I felt so bad. Again, like,
just be honest with us.
Yeah, like, just tell me the truth.
Do you want money for drugs?
So my issue with people on the highway, and it's not an issue, it's like, I'm always afraid. That story sounds horrible and probably like something that would have traumatized me, the older version of me. I see like people in like wheelchairs and shit like rolling out. I'm like, God forbid they get hit by a car coming to get $4 from me. Like, these exits.
Oh, now you're down a path.
Well, I'm just like, these exits are not a safe place to be meandering out to get money.
Yeah.
Anywho's, we've really digressed here, but I just needed the world to know that those pay it forward trains are annoying as fuck.
All right. Well, I think it would have been nice had she have.
That wasn't the point. The woman wanted to do something nice for her. It's like, God damn it. Now I'm still paying for a service.
But just for the next person. It's just like, and I'm going to pass that good karma along.
But then no one's getting the good deed. They're all still paying.
All right. Agree to disagree.
Sure. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. We had a birthday party. I went to another bridal shower.
You're just having the same version of the same weekend over and over.
Every weekend. Yeah. Oh, and then Saturday, you and I were at Target Saturday evening.
Oh, you're right. We were.
You forgot all about it.
I was like, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, you're right.
And we're getting a few items when I get a call from my husband who says, "Hey there." And I said, "Hello." And he said, "There's some crazy shit going on in the world." And I said, like, thinking to myself, does this need to be told to me while I'm at Target?
Like I'm running errands, bitch.
I can find out what the shit is when I get home. And I go, what sort of shit would that be? And he said, someone tried to shoot Trump at a rally in Pennsylvania. And I was like, shocked.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
So fucked up.
So many jokes.
You have so many jokes?
Yeah, but I won't.
Tell me a couple of them.
I won't. Like, they're like, I've thought it's so annoying because I've thought of so many things.
Well, just tell me a couple of them knowing that they're inappropriate. Like, you're not condoning these jokes. You're just sharing them.
I just had like so many thoughts, but I was like, that's so mean. Like, he's a person.
I did say to Mike, in the interest of just sharing inappropriate thoughts that we had, I do feel like this is going to be the #1 Halloween costume. You heard it here first. Just like people dressed up in suits with red lipstick smeared from their ear to their cheek with their fist in the air.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I feel like this is taking a temperature of the country, and it's ugly.
It's not a good temperature.
Like, we're bad people. Like, either people are happy it happened, which
I don't think people are happy it happened. I think there are people who wish that something worse would have happened, which is not you or I, because that's horrible to wish death upon someone.
Because he's a bad person to us, but he's someone's dad and husband and father.
Well, I mean, really
and
give
grandfather.
two shits about Barron.
Well, what about Ivanka? She loves her dad.
Yeah, I don't wish either of them dead or bad things for them, but I'm not like, but what about Barron?
Poor Barron has really been through it. When people were like making fun of him falling asleep. Do you remember?
Yeah, and also I saw that Melania came out and like gave a statement about it, and it was like, that's someone I don't care to hear from. Did Trump supporters even want to hear from Melania? No.
Well, I don't think Trump wants to hear from Melania. Like,
No,
again,
really?
bad jokes.
Bad jokes. She's like, how's your ear?
And I will say,
like, I can hear you less, and it's a blessing. I got to tell you.
Here's the thing. I will stand on this. I feel really, really bad for the people who died and for their families, and which I made another joke about that also. Like, you don't want people to know you're at a Trump rally and you die.
It's like, what was he doing at a Trump rally? It was the craziest thing. He was skydiving. And he landed at the rally. His parachute had gotten caught on something.
He's like, I'm just going to duck in there real quick, see what it's about.
He just ejected from his parachute, landed at the Trump rally, was like, oh, this is so crazy.
It's like, fuck. Okay, but anyways, I will say if anyone was at the Trump rally and didn't want people to know they were there, there is 360 coverage now. Like, your employer saw you there.
True that.
Like, there is not a soul at that rally that wasn't seen.
I don't think most people who are at that rally are shy about it, though. Like, people who go to a Trump rally are the kind of people you see on TikTok where, like, the guy, you know those videos where, like, the guy is interviewing people and they don't know that he's, like, making fun of them?
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, so how do you feel about...
He makes up a law or something.
Yeah, he'll like make something up, or he'll say like, and Biden said, and then he'll say something that Trump actually said. Yeah. And the people are like, and that's why he's so fucking stupid.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just do feel very badly that this is the state of the country and that people died at a political rally. Like, that's some Cuba shit.
Yeah. You should be able to go to a political rally and wear your MAGA hats.
Yep.
Or merch proudly and just say like, I am here to support Trump because I'm also a white supremacist.
Sure. Men and women have died for the right of people to be fucking idiots all together at once.
And that's exactly what they said as they were on the enemy lines.
At Normandy Beach.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think like in this particular scenario, it's horrible. Like, I don't think that Trump supporters are KKK,
of course,
supporters. They are people who believe in his message and his cause, and I don't think anyone there deserves to die, including Trump. Like, shooting a political candidate is
insane. And it really does like start to blur the line for me. Like, not to be dramatic, but it's like, this is how unstable governments behave. When anytime that there's like a takeover or there's going to be a transition and one government doesn't want the other to come in, there's
a coup.
There's a coup and there's a murder, and it's like, that is not what happens here, except apparently it is.
Yes, agreed. These are the things that I read about it. So, interesting points that I'm not sure made it across your desk.
Do share.
So, the New York Times even is saying, which is like usually a fairly biased publication, but even they're saying that the fact that someone from just a nearby warehouse had a clear shot at the president's head is like deplorable. Like, he has obviously a very strong security team. He's a former president. He's not just a upcoming political candidate. And he's also extremely polarizing. And so he has like really beefed up security. And people who are familiar with the Secret Service know, like, they take their job very seriously. It's like, you can't even look in the wrong direction without getting your throat slashed. Yeah, like, it's intense. And the fact that like some 20-year-old weirdo was able to climb to the top of a roof and get a shot that close to his head is like
fucked up.
Someone dropped the ball there.
And we're lucky he just wanted to shoot Trump. I mean, he could have just opened
fired off a round.
Yeah, like, totally. Like, his target was Trump, and so he only got a couple rounds off. But like, he had that much access to just all of these people.
Some other interesting things is that there's like nothing about this person online, and I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there that say like he actually did this to strengthen the Republican Party. Like, there's a lot of people, an odd number of people coming out saying that, like, first of all, he was a registered Republican, this kid.
Which, like, he was 20.
Right. Second of all, there's, like, nothing about him online, and he didn't leave, like, a manifesto. He has, like, no social media imprint at all, like, even Reddit.
The freaks love Reddit.
Yeah, freaks love Reddit.
That should be Reddit's slogan.
You heard it here first.
And you know who loves Reddit? Both of our husbands.
Yes. Big Redditors. And not only that, but they'll say, well, let's see what they say on the Reddits. Is that something that they tell you to say on Reddit? Call us the Reddits.
We'll check in at the Reddits. But now we're like, hey, what does the Reddit say?
Yeah.
Anywho's.
But yes, like this guy had nothing pretty much anywhere. And so it's a little odd. You know, people who are this crazy usually have a social media presence, and you can see like they're in groups on, you know, whatever social media platforms they choose to be on, where like they're following conspiracy theories and like posting crazy shit and like getting in weird troll fights in the comments of things. Like, usually these people are like fueled by
attention.
Yes. And so the fact that he didn't have any of these things is a little weird and like plays into the conspiracy that this man was hired. He might not even be dead. That, you know, it goes on and on. Crazy people ever. But that he was hired by the Republican Party to take a shot at the president and kind of band it together because of how like
polarized it is.
And also how staged some of the photos of Trump look after.
I will be the first to say, if this is a conspiracy, the man should be, I've already thought that he should be locked up in prison. Forget prison. He needs to be in a psych ward, because that bullet was so fucking close to his brain.
What if it wasn't a bullet after all? What if it was just a BB gun?
Even because I've seen that online too.
Oh, you have?
I have. I don't know. Again, I'm not like a BB gun aficionado, but it was shot from like two buildings over. I don't know of a BB gun that has quite that range and that velocity.
Yeah, just to clarify, I don't agree that this is...
No, I know.
I'm just sharing that this is what's being spread online.
But I saw this conspiracy online that was like he was a plant by the Republicans. If he was, I still don't think Donald J. Trump was involved. I don't know if he's some fucking nut jobs who are like, we're going to handle this for you, DJ, hired him. I don't know if he himself thought he was doing the Lord's work in helping him.
People from the Jan 6.
Yeah. I don't think that Donald had anything to do with it. Back to calling him Donald.
Yeah. I don't think it was a conspiracy because that would just be like...
I mean, if he paid someone to shoot him, then I give up.
Then we don't know what's up and what's...
It's like that is... And I actually would believe this conspiracy theory if it was like a shot in the foot. It was so close to his head.
Right.
It was his head. That was his head.
And also, like, this kid, the things that we know about him...
I know nothing. What do we know?
Oh, okay. Okay, let me tell you what we know about him.
Okay.
We know that he was 20.
Okay.
And he recently graduated from community college with an associate's in engineering science. And he was expected to enroll in a 4-year university in the fall. When he was a freshman, he had tried out for the school's varsity rifle team and did not make the roster and did not return for tryouts in subsequent years. So that
team made a bad cut. If he's able to take a shot at the president.
No, really. They're like, damn.
He actually should have made the... Okay, again.
Tommy could have brought a lot to this team.
Only bad things are coming to my brain.
And then this person said... Seemed like a nice kid who never talked poorly of anyone. Okay.
Until he shot someone.
Yeah, until he climbed up on the roof of a warehouse. And this person said that he was definitely nerdy for sure. Never gave off creepy or school shooter vibes. Seemed like he wouldn't hurt a fly.
What about political rally shooter vibes?
Did he give off those? Let's get back to former classmate Jason Kohler and ask the follow-up question. Here's something interesting. He also, as of last week, worked at Bethel Park Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center as a dietary aide. So he worked in the kitchen at an old home,
Ugh.
which sounds like a sweet person's personality, but apparently not. All the old people at that home were like, "Oh my God, boy, did we dodge a bullet!"
Literally.
And he did have a membership at a nearby gun club for at least the last year. It's unclear whether or not the gun that he used was purchased for him. It was purchased by his dad.
Oh.
But we're not sure if it was purchased for him or he took the gun from his dad. And there is no motive currently. So that's pretty much all we know about this little weirdo who almost took out
Former President Donald J. Trump.
DJT.
Digit. Anywho's.
So, yeah, we found out at Target. It's like one of those things, where they're like, you know where you were when you found out.
Except I didn't remember that until you just said it. But really, I do feel terrible for those entire families.
Rally attenders.
The attenders, they're going to be fucked up. That's extremely traumatic. And the sad news just keeps on coming. Did you see that Richard Simmons died?
Yes, I did. Missing Richard Simmons is no longer missing.
That podcast, you had me listen to it, and it was riveting. If anyone has ever heard of Missing... What's it called? Is it called Missing?
It's called Missing Richard Simmons.
It was so long ago, but it was so good. All about how Richard Simmons seemingly disappeared from the public light and didn't want to be...
In February of 2014.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Long ago.
And he was... and he was such a vibrant personality that it was even more strange. If Brad Pitt disappeared from the public eye, it would be weird, but he was kind of a weird dude. He wasn't out in the public. Richard Simmons was doing aerobics in everyone's living room forever. And then one day just disappeared.
Yeah. When the podcast came out, it was basically about how he was so in the mix of everything. Like he was teaching fitness classes in LA and like still doing videos and whatever. And then one day just like didn't show up, cut off his friends, like disappeared. And I can't even remember what it was, but like people were being assured that he was fine via like his maid or something.
Yeah, you're right. I think it was like a weird.
There was some
No,
like
I actually think his maid got fired or something.
There was some weird thing about like how people thought maybe he was being taken advantage of by like some people who worked in his house, I think was the consensus.
Yeah, like his staff was taking advantage of him.
But what's weird is, did you see that he had tweeted just
Yes, but it had to have been his team.
Yes, but he tweeted like,
thanks for the birthday wishes or something.
Thanks everyone for the birthday wishes, like excited to celebrate with those closest to me. Something like that. And then like 2 hours later it's announced he died.
So in March, he did disclose that he'd been treated for basal cell carcinoma.
Is that skin cancer?
I don't think it's true skin. That's melanoma skin cancer. He said it presented as a strange looking bump under his eye, but it's July and I don't think anything came of like that March, like saying he'd been treated. So like, what did he die of? Also, he was 76.
Yeah. Very, very odd story.
And then Jane Fonda actually Instagrammed the sweetest post for him. So she wrote, Richard Simmons always wanted people to feel good and be happy. He would go out of his way to make people happy. I often wondered if maybe nobody had made him happy when he was a little boy. He was generous. He gave himself of his time to make people around him feel good. He once popped out of a huge cake at the launch of some Jane Fonda workout event. That was generous. So she goes on to talk about like his spirit and his kindness. And then in there, she mentions that the last time that she saw him, it seems like well before that 2014 podcast, she had taken him and a boyfriend out to lunch. People were flaming her in the comments because I guess he never came out publicly.
Really?
He never came out publicly.
He never came out as gay?
No.
Oh. He was straight?
No, he just was ambiguous about it.
Oh, he just didn't come out publicly.
Yeah. So in this article, it said, yet for all of his...
I was like, wow, he was a fun straight person.
Totally. Yet for all his openness and availability, Mr. Simmons reserved some of his life for himself. He rarely left his hotel room when traveling and avoided restaurants. He described himself to the Denver Post as a loner with few friends whose main company consisted of pet Dalmatians and live-in maids.
Well, if that doesn't sound like heaven on earth, I don't know what does.
I don't have a lot to offer one person, he said, about his lack of a romantic partner. I have a lot to offer to a lot of people. He never addressed his sexuality. In 2017, the writer Matt Baum wrote an essay in Slate about his disappointment at the innuendo and the winking unspokenness of Simmons' sexuality, referring, for example, to a colorfully homoerotic 2003 appearance by Mr. Simmons on the improv comedy show Whose Line Is It Anyway? So, like, it was always kind of assumed, but he never came out and said it, and it just makes me even more sad.
Why was he disappointed?
He never came out all the way and said it.
So he's disappointed that he would keep his sexuality private.
Mr. Baum said that Mr. Simmons reminded him too much of the old-fashioned closet, of the unhappy secrets of celebrities like Rock Hudson. Yet he continued that Mr. Simmons also demonstrated radical self-esteem for people who'd given up on never fitting in.
You know, I think you only are upset and like affected by that if it seems like the secret is making the person unhappy. Like, what if you're just like, what if there's a celebrity who's just like, I'm gay and I don't want it to be everybody's business and I'm happily gay and dating men?
No, I think that's 100% possible and probably happens. It's not like we're entitled to that. I think the difference with Richard Simmons for me personally is, you know, those people who are like seemingly happy, but there's a dark undertone. That's Richard Simmons. Like, if I felt like the persona that he brought to the world was his legitimate persona, I would be like, it's none of my fucking business who he sleeps with.
Like celebrities who seem like they have
like JoJo Siwa, for instance. There's like a dark underbelly to the way. Yes.
I don't know anything about her. Where do you see her?
Everywhere. Where don't you see JoJo Siwa these days? But I mean, like, those people who are trying so hard. It's like Adele is not trying so hard. I don't know why she's the first person that popped into my mind, but like who she is 100% I think the same behind closed doors and to the public.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like Richard Simmons was coming home and sitting in a dark room with a glass of bourbon.
Like Britney Spears.
Yes, 1,000%. Like when there's such a disconnect, it makes me depressed for them.
I agree. I mean, like, no one wants that. He didn't seem like he, like, was that chipper and happy at all times.
John Travolta. When the cracks started coming out, like when his son died and all of that stuff, and you saw like a darker side of him, I was like, there's way more going on.
Yeah. James Corden.
I don't know much about Jimmy G or C. Jimmy C.
James Gordon?
Oh.
That's someone else.
I don't know anything about Jimmy G or C.
James Corden feels like he's like the like goofy, like, oh, and Jimmy Fallon.
You just hate Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, I fucking hate Jimmy Fallon. God damn it.
That's comedians though. Like,
no, some comedians
Louis
like
C.K.
I don't think Jimmy Fallon.
He's like, look at my penis. That's Louis C.K.
That's your impression of Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
I don't think Jimmy Kimmel has a secret dark side. Like, okay, yeah, you found out that Ellen DeGeneres was actually like a massive.
A massive what? We cannot say that.
Yeah, you found.
The fuck?
But you did. I mean,
did,
there's no
yeah.
other word to describe her.
I think a lot of comedians are.
I just feel like, I don't know, there was a lot of people saying that like shit was fucked on that show and then Twitch killed himself. Ah.
That was terrible. What if one day Jimmy Fallon invites us on his show and one of his pages is Googling us? I love you, Jimmy. Just for the record. He finds this podcast.
You know, I don't hate him as a person. I'm not one of those like
You know what, Jimmy? If you're listening, it's not that I hate you as a person.
I'm not one of those people who like is gonna go on Jimmy Fallon's Instagram and be like, you self-righteous fuck. I don't like
those people are so fucking losery.
Those people are mentally ill. I just don't like his shtick. Like his like performance like persona is like, it's like it seems like a really disingenuous reaction that he has to a lot of things. Like his like yeah, like his like over the top laugh and like how he makes a lot of his show about him, like with like the late night karaoke, like how like the guest will sing and then he'll sing. It's like I don't want to hear you sing.
He's actually good at it though, like low key.
Okay. Are you the biggest Jimmy Fallon fan?
No, I'm not.
Are you a Jimmy Fallon? Is that what they call themselves?
I don't know, but like I don't loathe him the way you do.
I don't.
But it's not as a person.
But not as a person. Probably a great guy, except when we did hear that he maybe wasn't a great guy.
Where do we hear that?
That was rolling around for a little while. That like, I don't know if it was that he was like an alcoholic.
As one of my favorite Chicago comedians says, John Mulaney, likability is a prison. Like if you're likable and famous for long enough, they'll find shit to hate about you.
Yeah,
which is why we like to stay under the radar.
Yeah, which is why we want to be really low key. I mean, we're not looking for anything at all.
If you did want to share this with a couple friends,
please do.
7 to 10, that would be fine.
Yeah, I wish Jimmy Fallon well. I want to end on that in case his team ever does reach out to us.
Anywho, as I was saying, big Jimmy Fallon fans. Great work. Love the show.
I just want him
Honored to be
I just want him to tone it down is all. It's
all we're saying. It's maybe a little less. But if you don't, we like it the way it is too.
But if you don't, obviously, huge following. Doing something right, okay?
It's obviously working for you, so
who am I to say?
Who are we to say? And before we leave this depressing little segment that we're in, did you also see that Shannon Doherty passed away?
Yeah, I did. Charmed fans out there.
My beloved Prue.
Oh, did you love Prue?
Well, I did love Prue, and I texted your sister-in-law texted me yesterday, and she was like...
I was a Piper fan.
Well, because Prue left so soon. But I said, you know, we were forced to say goodbye to Prue. Spoiler alert for a show from the 90s. We were forced to say goodbye to Prue too soon, and now Shannon.
Prue too soon.
Too soon. No, but I thought it was very, very sweet that Alyssa Milano made a statement. She was like, it's no secret that we didn't get along, but I always respected her. And like, there was this line, you know how I get attached to lines? It was very sweet. She said, and the world is less without her in it, which I thought was nice since they fucking hated each other.
Why did they hate each other?
I think we could have a whole episode on it. It really started on that Toxic show where I think they were pitted against each other. Yeah, Charmed.
Was it toxic?
It was extremely toxic, like a
Oh.
really fucked up work environment. And I think they were pitted against each other. And then when things started to come out during the Me Too movement and like just really unfair work conditions for them, if my memory serves me, Alyssa was like not as open about it. And it just really catapulted from there. But I thought it was sweet that she said something. What I thought was interesting is Shannon Doherty's been enmeshed in a divorce for like ever, and the day before she died she finalized it. But her fucking husband was, in my humble opinion, an asshole. Like, he was dragging these divorce proceedings out so he didn't have to pay spousal support. And I think she finally was like, whatever, I'm not gonna get what I'm not gonna get. And then she died. Like, she basically accused him of waiting out her death, which, like, you're a piece of shit.
Wow.
You have your money and she's dead.
Do you think he feels like regretful now?
No, because it was no secret this is where it was heading. He had to have known. But I just think, wow, piece of shit.
Dang. Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, so that's a little bit more of sad news, but
Well, I have some interesting news.
I'll take interesting over sad.
Interesting and, like,
Oh, good. Sad.
infuriating.
Oh, okay.
Last week, did you see the story that came out that said tampons contain things such as arsenic, lead, 14 other toxic chemicals?
I didn't see that specific article, but I've seen articles like that for years, which is why I'm very freaked out by tampons.
Yeah, it says new research has found that tampons from popular brands, including the organic ones, may contain toxic metals. A team of researchers from UC Berkeley, Columbia University, and Michigan State tested 30 different tampons from 14 brands and 18 product lines. Which brands, the study does not say, which isn't very helpful for the 80% of people who use tampons. But what we do know is that they tested tampons sold online and ones you can buy in retail stores from New York, London, and Athens, found measurable concentrations of 16 metals in every single tampon. The study also noted that organic tampons contained higher levels of certain metals, likely due to the fertilizers used in the soil of organic cotton fields.
I have felt very nothing about me is granola or hippie, I would say. Like, in general, I love modern medicine. I thrive on processed foods. I have been really fucking anti-tampon for a while.
What do you use, like one of those weird cups?
I do not. I just don't use tampons as much as I used to. Like, I used to think people using pads were weirdos, and now I think they're just anti-metal.
Pads I absolutely cannot get on board with.
As opposed to metal? You'll take your chances?
I'm sorry, we'll have to figure something out because I cannot with pads.
I can't remember where. This was like years ago. It must have been on like BuzzFeed or something back when I used to read BuzzFeed every morning when I got to my internship in college. I think that's where I first read that they were like, tampons are really toxic.
Well, then I read an article that was talking about how, unrelated, but this woman was saying how her teenage daughter last weekend, in the article, I think it was People, was coming home from a weekend with friends at Lake of the Ozarks and started feeling like kind of sick, whatever. She got home. She thought she was maybe just car sick. And the mom took her temperature. She had a fever of like 103. And then like in the next few minutes, it was like 105. So she was like, oh, okay, we're going to the hospital. So she took her daughter to the emergency room where like they pumped her full of fluids and she started to turn like a really like red color.
Ugh.
And they realized she was going into like total organ failure and figured out that she had toxic shock syndrome from wearing a tampon in the lake.
Again, I'm going to say the amount of effort and time they put into studying shit.
Your
for
husband
women,
is shocked right now.
he's literally rattled to the core. And this is what women have to deal with.
No, really.
If men had periods, it would be the most state-of-the-art tampon system.
Yeah, it would be like AI tampons.
No, literally.
You just imagine your period gone and it goes away.
But they're like, they're fine. Just shove that medley cotton up there and you're good.
It's part metal, part cotton. Really state of the art.
You love it.
Like, the craziest thing. And I was thinking, like, are you not supposed to wear tampons in a lake?
Probably not.
Is that told to us somewhere?
I don't know if it's actually known even, but it just makes, now that I'm thinking through it, it makes sense. It's absorbent and I actually can't even think about it. Terrible.
Yeah. So, I mean, she was like, I'm really grateful to the doctors who figured this out in enough time because, like, she was going into total organ failure. But wow.
Truthfully, this is the hippiest thing about me. There needs to be more regulations about what we're eating, what's in our tampons. Like, we are killing ourselves with our modern conveniences.
Yeah. So that's horrible.
As I said the other day, we need to stop focusing on making weird ass advancements like self-driving cars and just figure out tampons. I think we've taken on too much.
Well, again, it's not a problem that affects men in any way. And so it's not high on the...
So it's not a problem, am I right?
It's not high on the priority list, but yeah.
Upsetting, nonetheless. So really,
So whether you wear tampons just for your regular period or you're thinking about taking a dip...
Or you use them to stop bloody noses. Read what's in them.
And also...
But there's nothing you can do because the market is the market and they're all going to have metals in them, it seems.
Yeah, we have no other advice. I mean, I guess just continue using tampons. And hope for the best, huh?
Say a prayer.
Do you want to do a daily dilemma?
Yeah, you got one?
Yeah, I do have one.
What is it?
So, interesting debate. So this girl wrote in and said that she has been dating her boyfriend for like 6 years. They met in college or something and like they just got engaged. Really exciting. For some reason, they had never talked about her taking his last name.
Okay.
I don't remember what she said his last name was, but let's say his last name was Peterson.
Okay.
And she has a last name that is like part of her identity. Let's say it's Gonzalez.
Great.
Part of her culture. And so they had never talked about her taking his last name. And when they got engaged at their engagement party, his family had like a t-shirt made for her that said future Mrs. Peterson.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm not taking your last name."
She told them at the engagement party?
No.
Oh, she's like, no, take that away.
At the party, she was like, "Oh my gosh, whatever." They had never talked about this. I don't know if this is something that every single couple talks about or maybe not until they get engaged. But his family was like very excited, kept calling her Mrs. Peterson, etc. And so they got home that night and she was like, "This was so fun. Thank you for planning the surprise, whatever. I think it's so funny that they gave me a shirt that says Mrs. Peterson when like I'm still going to be Gonzalez when we get married." And he was like, "Are you kidding?" And she was like, "No, I'm not kidding. Like,
I'm not changing my name.
I'm not changing my name. I love my name." And she said she's a doctor, and so like she has patients now who know her as Gonzalez, and she also just feels connected to that name because it's part of her
Identity.
heritage. Yes. And Peterson means nothing to her,
Okay.
basically.
Your stupid name means nothing to me.
And he was like, you're not going to take my name. So they got into a large argument about it, like the night of their engagement.
Oh, what a sweet memory.
Literally. And she was like, I didn't even realize this was a big deal to you. Like, if it was, I think you probably should have brought it up sooner. And he was like, same to you.
I could say the same, Dr. Gonzalez. I could say the fucking same.
And So the dilemma was, like, she said, am I in the wrong here? The other thing that she wanted to mention was that her dad had passed away. And so she wants to keep the name as like a, obviously homage to her family, but she wants their kids to have it in their last name, like a hyphenated name.
Oh, I fucking hate hyphenated last names.
I know, I do too, but I like don't know where I land here. So she's like, and our kids, I'll be Gonzalez, you'll be Peterson, and our kids will be Gonzalez Peterson.
Just kidding. Has she thought of making her maiden name her middle name? Because someone extremely smart and beautiful did that recently.
I think that he offered that up to her, and she was like, no, I want it as my last name.
Interesting. I'm so torn.
You are?
I'm torn.
I think her points are good enough that I'm on her side because of her points. And she was saying, and a lot of people were saying in the comments that, like, you know, this is a patriarchal society. Like, why doesn't he take her name then? His name means nothing and is like the, you know, whitest name in the world. Why doesn't he take Gonzalez? And people were like, well, that's just not how things are. And it's like, well, fuck off.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. The reason that I'm torn is not that her points aren't valid. Like, I explored all of these points. So I had my mom's last name, which was my grandpa's last name. And I was really, really close to my grandpa. And I was like, ugh, I feel bad changing my name. I thought I wod feel that way. Hence,
your last name also ends with you.
Correct. I'm the last of this name. And so I thought I would feel guilty, but I really wanted my husband and I to have the same last name. I liked that, like, the symbolism of us making a new family and like our family and our kids will have the same last name. And I just liked that idea. But when I really thought about it, it's still going to end with me. Like, let's say I kept my maiden name. I was not about to give my kids a hyphenated last name because no one ever uses the entire fucking name.
Yeah, hyphenated is tragic.
So you end up just with a different last name as your kids, and it just makes school pickup a fucking nuisance.
Yeah, because you're Gonzalez and then your kid's last name is Peterson.
And they're like, oh, wait, do you have an ID? It's like, fuck this. No, they're my kids. And you're not, even if they're hyphenated, you're still going to go with one of the two last names just for practicality. So even if you keep your last name, it's still ending with you. And there are some people that I'm aware of, like clients of mine, who keep their last name professionally. So like she would remain Dr. Gonzalez. You can be Dr. Gonzalez. All of her licensure is under that. If it's so important to her husband, a nice compromise, that word was hard for me to find. I'm like, compromising, what is that? A nice
and what is the word when you,
how do you say
you kind of have to give up a little of what you want to make the other person happy?
Compromise. And a nice compromise is, professionally she could be Dr. Gonzalez, which would be incredible, and then personally they could have the same last name.
Personally,
I think, like, socially, like in their family and whatever.
So she would never legally change her name.
Never legally change it, but go by Mrs. Peterson.
To who? Just the neighbors?
No, like, or no. I actually mean she could legally change it. Like,
she should change it to Peterson.
Sorry, yes,
okay.
Legally change it, but leave her licensure and everything. Because it's a bitch to redo all of that, I've heard.
I don't know if that's allowed.
It is if you keep it in your last. If you like, you can't get rid of Gonzalez. So she could like legally hyphenate her name and be like Dr. Gonzalez Peterson, but go by Dr. Gonzalez. And then for like pickup, like she should hyphenate her last name. Then she can go by both. Everybody wins.
I think she was like not really open to hyphenating. Like she was like, I'll be this and you'll be that and we'll continue to be happy.
But I think they both have to compromise.
But welcome the compromise, I know, but you're such a feminist. The compromise is,
I am such a feminist.
You take my name. That's the compromise. Like that in this world, she has to give up hers, and he has to give up nothing.
She could have both though. And I have heard of, it ain't for me, but I've heard of people both hyphenating. Like he could become Gonzalez Peterson and she could be Gonzalez Peterson. And the kids could be Peterson. That's a nice compromise.
And the kids are just Peterson?
Just Peterson. Because they are going to go by Peterson. Like, people just know your last name by what you tell them. You just need your ID to match. If your name is Sarah Gonzalez Peterson and you just go by Sarah Gonzalez, no one is like, but wait, what'd you do with the Peterson?
I feel like you just go by Sarah Gonzalez.
Sure, she could, but like
one's getting dropped.
She could code switch. Like she could be Dr. Gonzalez professionally.
Okay, here, let's bring your husband in. So
Welcome.
You're a very woke fella. If Jonna had said to you, like, this name's really important to me, it's really unique, your last name is not so unique. So let's say your last name is Gonzalez and his last name is Peterson, and you're like, there's other boy Petersons in your family. Peterson lives on. Gonzalez would end with me. I want you, Tyler, to take Gonzalez.
Got it.
And we could both be Gonzalez and our kids Gonzalez, or you can keep Peterson, but I want our kids to be Gonzalez. Would you be open to that, like, new age idea?
Interesting. I would be fine with her keeping her name. I wouldn't take her name, probably. I would feel a little odd about the kids keeping just her name. That is a little odd. In that case, I would probably want it hyphenated, but I don't know. I guess I don't see hyphenation as the worst thing, but
like when
I don't
you
have
hear
the
it that way,
perspective.
it's like, yeah, and that's what women have to do every time.
Yeah, no, it's a bad situation for sure, and I think it really just highlights how little communicating people do about really important questions like these before they get married.
Interestingly, I am such a feminist, and you know this, obviously. Until Tyler and I were like about to get engaged, if you had asked me, I wasn't going to change my name. Like, I did not want to change my name. I was going to remain with my maiden name. Like, when
I was
got married.
interested in keeping my own name.
Yeah. And like, I was very adamant, but I think
When you hear it like that, though, like, I'm also like, yeah, okay, like, it wasn't much convincing. Like, if my husband was like, I really don't care at all if you keep your last name, I would have been like, okay, I think I maybe will then, because I'm just used to it. Like,
I think
but he was like, I would like us to be one thing, and that's just what people do. And so I did change my last name. But hearing it like that, where he's like, it would be hard for me to take her family's name and for our kids to not have my name. It's like, yeah, and that is what women do every time we get married and change our name. We have to get rid of the family name that we've known, and
the
our kids,
paperwork is outrageous.
and the kids don't have that name either.
But can I tell you something? It's so interesting because, and I'm literally unpacking this in real time, because I had my mom's name, like my dad's actually a piece of shit. I never had his last name. And so I always felt this like disjointedness. Like people are always like, oh, whose last name is that? And I was like, oh, it's my mom's. Like,
Who asks that?
someone
Get
literally
fucked.
Someone literally asked me the other day. They were like, wait, because they were from where my dad was from. And so we were talking and they were like, but wait, that's not his last name. Whose last name do you have?
Why would I have that piece of shit's last name?
First of all, like a man on the street. Like there's two options. It's either my
Yeah.
mom's or my dad's. It's my mom's. But anyways, I digress. I think it became when we were like getting married and I was like, oh my God, we are going to be our own family. It became weirdly important to me that we have the same last name. Because Tyler was very much like, I don't care if you change your name. And I was the one who was like, no, I really want to. And he's like, no, I'm happy if you want to. Like, it'd be great if we had the same last name. I'd love for you to, but I don't care. And I was like, no, I care. Like, there's something about my kids having this like unit, my future kids, that like we have the same last name.
But I think that's because you didn't have that growing up.
I think that's why. Because before we were dating, like, it was important to me that Tyler and I be a family. The basic concept of changing my name was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still feel like if it's so important to him and it's so important to her, then we need to like both meet in the middle. Like we need to both.
But meet in the middle is
we both
him
hyphenate.
not bend at all.
No, we both
meet in the
hyphenate.
middle is we both hyphenate.
Tyler actually has, which I would not do having known all this paperwork, but one of Tyler's friends from high school, he and his wife made up a last name. It was important to her to culturally stay with her last name. He was not like adamant about her changing her name, but they wanted to have their own name, and so they made up a combination of their names, and they both changed their name.
Well, now you're no one.
Well, the problem, that's what I kind of thought, is like, good luck when you do genealogy, like where'd these two come from?
Yeah, I don't know what's right. I see both sides. I understand the traditional side, but I also understand that, like, why do we have to do that?
Because it's a patriarchal world. I think the key is,
So we'll just keep taking taking shitstorm last names and swimming in lakes and having organ failure until somebody rises to the occasion and changes it. So I'll leave you with that little nugget.
What an uplifting nugget it is. Well, thanks for calling. Like, follow, subscribe.
Review.
Oh, yeah, review.
5 stars only.
Yep. Except my mom left us 4.
No, really.
Savage.
All right. Call you later.
Call you later.
Bye.
Bye.